Hello and welcome everybody. I'm Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com and I've got this week's Pick a Card Weekly Tarot reading. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Okay, so now it's time to pick your number 1 to 5, the first number that comes into your mind now. Okay, you can have more than one number if you would like. Let's go to the board. Here we go. And we're going to rock and roll with card number 1. Okay, so I like to do a little vision first. What do I see for you? I get the words ball and chain, and there's like a chain around somebody's neck here. It's rather heavy sort of scene. It's basically implying that you're being led along, or somebody's being led along around you, and it's really time to wake up, because really you should be, or they should be leading their own lives, okay? So you don't have to go along with the flow. Absolutely come to your own ideas, do some research, form some conclusions. You want to go to both the positive and negative sides of whatever the issue is, so you can see all of the aspects. I know it's hard. Sometimes when you hear BS, you just say, I don't want to listen. That's me too. I don't want to listen. But you have to listen to something other than what you normally listen to. Otherwise we go into like an echo chamber, and then we just get filled with more of what we already think, So that doesn't really help critical thinking. All right, so the card that comes out for number 1, I'm going to go for that one under there, the Judgment card. Okay, it is about making your own judgments. However, your emotions should not really inform those judgments, otherwise they do become judgments. So they're not observations. My point is that an observation is something factual that you look at, and then you can make up a decision based on the logic. Some things in life, don't involve logic. They're more important than logic. But if you're dealing with anything to do with money, you need logic, okay? So you want to make those decisions factual and not based on judgments with emotions attached. Okay, so it was a bit of a convoluted way of explaining it. I'm sorry. You'll see here, however, people are getting out of the boxes. They're becoming free because they're waking up, okay, to what the truth is, what the reality is. So don't allow your emotions to rule you. Use your emotions in conjunction with your mind. That's why we've got brains, okay? Millions of years to develop our brains. Let's use them. But most importantly, as far as judgments go, be kind to yourself and be kind to other people. Okay, number 2, Major Arcana card. It's freedom. I must say before I go to number 2, it's absolute freedom to be able to listen to people's point of view and not come up with judgments, okay? So, because then you're not trapped into a particular viewpoint. Okay, number two, what do I see? A compass. Oh no, it's a sundial. I'm sorry, it's a sundial with the shadow on falling on the face of the sundial, giving an approximation of the time. Okay, so it's late afternoon. This means soon it will be evening and night, and there'll be a period of darkness where you won't have all of the information. But tomorrow will be a new day and a new start, nice and fresh, and then you'll be in a better position to make the decisions you need to make. The card that comes up for number 2 is 7 of Swords. Okay, traditionally thought of as a negative card, somebody stealing from you. I think hundreds of years ago it was, probably someone stealing your sheep or your chickens. However, today it's more about, yes, it is about scammers, but it's more about your self-esteem, your self-respect, your time, your energy, those sorts of things. it's time to move on, okay? You'll see she's got some ideas there. Yeah, they might steal your ideas and they might plant a few into the ground. Honestly, as somebody that's been copied so many times, I can say they never do it. You know, if you come up with an original idea, something unique to you, they'll never do it as well as you do it, okay? So don't be afraid of people copying. I know you're supposed to take it as a compliment. I never feel that way. But do know it is something that happens and people copy all the time. On the other hand, I think it's fine to, look at somebody's work and say, yeah, I really like that, and take some element and then make it your own, change it, and, put your stamp on it so it's not exactly the same. I think that's fine, and I think that's really good for knowledge in general. Spread the knowledge, spread the insight and the awareness, and we'll all grow, okay? So moving on, number 7, that's what I think it's about. Number 3, I said number 7, 7 of Swords, okay. Number 3, what do I see for you? What is this? Oh, panning for gold. Okay, looking for those golden nuggets, number 3. Okay, it's not just about money, it's about insight and, knowledge and all of the things that you need. And then I see a jar full of lollies or candies if you're in the US, and the sweetness in life. It's good to have the odd lolly here and there. Of course, you don't want to be eating them every day, but it's a good thing, to introduce some sweetness into your life. Also, number 3 is something about your hair. Maybe it needs a trim or needs treatment. Something needs to be done there. Some attention needs to be paid to your hair if you've picked number 3. The card that comes up is the 6 of Swords. Okay, this is also about moving on with your life. It's moving away from an emotionally fraught situation that's been difficult, okay? The seas are much calmer. You might not know where you're going. You might not know the direction, but you're going there and things are looking better, okay? Things are looking up and the sunrise is just around the corner for you. So like I was saying, with the 7 of Swords here, it's like you're free, you're moving on. Number 4, closing my eyes, what do I see for you? A toothbrush, cleaning your teeth. Number 4, this is about going over things that happened in your childhood and ironing out the wrinkles. I can see an iron here. I don't know if people still iron anymore. I've got my iron in the cupboard. And this is ironing out the developmental hurdles that you may have faced, those challenges when you were a child that you probably couldn't deal with completely, okay? There's something here about saying, I need to say to you, no matter what happened to you when you were a child, now as an adult, you have some sort of safety system that I can see. It's like abseiling and you click the little lock thing, what's it called, a carabiner. You click it on and you're safe. So it's like a fail-safe system. So don't be afraid to go back, number 4, to your childhood and resurrect all of those old memories that, are still upsetting in some way, because there's some healing to come out of this and that will set you free. The card that comes up, number 4, is the 5 of Wands. It can be about conflict. It can be about some sort of competition. Maybe there was a competition between children in your family, for example, when you were little. Who got the most attention? Who got the most toys or something like that? Who got the most food even, sadly. However, even though there might be negative aspects to this, there's also positive aspects. There's also creativity that comes out of it. And the fire of exploration and curiosity and wanting to expand your life. So don't be afraid of a little bit of conflict because it will bring the best out of you, number 4. Okay, number five, what do I see here? Okay, an aircraft taking off. These are new ideas that are fun to play with in your mind. You can go round and round in circles, loop-de-loop if you're in an aircraft. All sorts of acrobatic manoeuvres that you can do with ideas in your mind, number 5. Okay, write them all down. If you get 10 ideas and you only act on one, that's fine. Okay, don't expect to put them all into action, but just brainstorm. Get onto ChatGPT and brainstorm and see what you can come up with because you never know, even one idea out of 100 that turns out is a really good thing. It's hard to make your ideas physical. It's hard to manifest. It's the hardest thing to manifest. Spirit giving you the passion and inspiration for something, and then you have to make it physical. Yeah, really difficult. Okay, number 5, but you can do it. Even if it's only 1 out of 100 times, that's enough. Which one? I'm going to go with that one on top there. The card is the 2 of Pentacles. It's all about the money, honey. So this is saying it's a great week for organising your money. It doesn't really say, whether it's in a positive or negative way. I always think it tends more to the positive because of all the green and the blue together, green and blue. Similar colours to what I'm actually wearing today. Teal, the blue can be about, your message, getting your message out into the world through the throat chakra. The green can be, making money from things that you like to do. Okay, so might be arts and crafts, might be painting, might be doing t-shirts. Honestly, the creation part isn't that hard. What's really hard is the marketing part. What can you come up with that's uniquely you, a little bit different? And how can you do your marketing so that it cuts through all of the insane amount of background noise that it needs to cut through in order to, make your success? Okay, it might not even be about that. It could just be getting your finances in order for this week, doing your budget, not overspending, and just knowing how much money you've got in the bank or not. Not everybody knows what's going on with their finances, believe it or not. It's really important to check your credit card statements. Most people don't. I'm shocked to say a bank manager told me that most people do not check their credit card statements, including him. I was shocked because I always check mine. And occasionally you'll find a mistake has been made and somebody's charged you for something that you don't know anything about. Okay, so we have Judgment, Swords, Wands, Pentacles. Okay, more or less a normal week for many people this week. Bit of thinking, bit of organisation going on, a bit of creativity and inspiration, and a little bit about your money as well. Thank you so much for joining me today. Really appreciate it. Like and subscribe if you're new. That would really help me out a lot. As you can see, I haven't really been focused on this channel a lot, but I do this every week. And I have been putting in some I think they're interesting wows. I'd like to get them going on a regular basis. They get put up every now and again. Have a look in the shorts. You'll see wow, words of wisdom. They're usually about interesting topics, I think. Have a great week, everyone, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks and bye for now.